But the first thing we're going to start out with tonight, after the natural events, is we're going to be taking a look at what's going on with the... Oh, this is always interesting, especially since this is about the same time. Yeah, May 8th, this stuff was coming out when the Northern Lights happened. Kind of interesting. There's a little, what's the word? Validation for HARP probably in being involved with this. But yeah, we got the Catholic Church, the Vatican here, talking about a new document on discerning apparitions being finalized. Ooh, we're entering that time. This is the last time Vatican's doctrinal office issued a general document on apparitions was in 1978. Just the thing here. Nowhere in scripture does it say the church is to have a doctrinal office. That's just the politics and the absolutely just, I can't even think of the word. I can't think of the word. My mind just went completely blank. The horrificness. We'll just go with that. That's the best I got right now. My mind went blank. My mind is going all over the place. Of the Catholic Church, where we have the doctrinal office. It's just the politics in the church, and it just shows that's just not how it's supposed to work. It's just not supposed to how it works. Just a little thing there. But their doctrinal office issued a general document on apparitions was in 1978 during the final months of the pontificate of Paul Pope the sixth. Yes, that's the sixth there. And we can see here Vatican preparing guidelines. They're more like guidelines anyways. Points for you if you know the movie. For apparitions, other supernatural phenomena. Apparitions are appearances or communication with divine beings, such as saints, angels, or Christ himself. They are prepping for that Antichrist, guys. They are prepping for it. They're prepping for demons being more prevalent on the earth. They're prepping for more supernatural things to be happening. Probably prepping for, the disappearance of a lot of people. And then they'll blame that on something like Project Bluebeam. And then they're preparing for the Antichrist to come in. I mean, this is what they're saying themselves. They're preparing people for this. Let's take a look, shall we? It says the Vatican is prepping to release a document giving guidance on how to discern supernatural phenomena. So this is the Catholic Church, where it's like, oh, we're going to teach from this book. You can't read the book, but we can tell you what the book says. Well, that's basically what they're doing with this. We're going to start seeing crazy stuff happen all over the earth when it comes to supernatural things, but you're not going to be able to read about it yourself. You're not allowed to do that. You just have to go off of what we tell you. Well, the problem is the Vatican is involved with a lot of what we're going to be seeing with these end time supernatural things, and not in a good way. So this goes right along with how they do things. And it goes on to say the Holy See press office. Again, they have their own press office. That just shows how corrupt this really is, and how not of Jesus it truly is. It says the Holy See press office announced the upcoming document will be published May 17th with a live stream press conference featuring prefect of the dicastery for the doctrine of the faith, Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez. Fernandez has previously said that the dicastery is in the process of finalizing a new text with clear guidelines and norms for the discernment of apparitions and other phenomena, according to the National Catholic Register. An apparition refers to an instance in which a divine entity, such as a saint, Virgin Mary, of course, or Christ himself, or demons. Yeah, but they're not going to say that. No. Makes itself known to a person on earth. The concept is a reoccurring theme in the Bible, and most Christian denominations affirm the belief that such brushes with the supernatural can still occur today in various capacities. Oh, you better bet your bottom dollar that they can, and they are, and they have been, and they are increasing by the day. These things are increasing by the day. That's why we're continuing to see so many weird things, not, just weird stuff like, the drug addicts, living in tents, defecating on the sidewalks or anything, but we're seeing supernatural weird things increasing. It's something that I talk about a lot here in the Western world, United States, Canada, Europe, and whatnot. We tend to kind of just move away or discredit these supernatural things, magic, sorcery, that type of stuff, because it's not something that we necessarily have seen throughout the day. Now, we see it in various aspects but it's been mostly hidden. But now we're starting to see an increase in the stuff that we can actually see with our own eyeballs out there. So if you're a Christian or you're unsaved and you're living in the Western world and you're not used to seeing supernatural things, get ready. You're going to start seeing more and more as we get closer to the rapture and the day of the Lord. That's for sure. Let's see. It goes on that says the Catholic Church urges strong prudence before ascribing phenomena to the supernatural force. See, again, they're already like trying to cover it up, saying, "Oh no, it could be a coincidence. It could be, somewhat explainable. It's not supernatural." Don't you guys have ever seen the scene with Leslie Nielsen where there's building exploding behind him and people running and he says nothing to see here? Well, that's basically what they're doing. You got a whole bunch of supernatural stuff happening behind him, people running away from it, and the Catholic Church is going, nothing to see here. It's all explainable. That's pretty much what they're going with on this. And we should absolutely be prepared to be seeing more and more of this supernatural stuff taking place. Absolutely. It goes on to say, extreme prudence, warning that being too quick to attribute divine origin to explainable occurrences can damage the faith and warp the belief. I would argue that if you are truly seeing supernatural things happen, it should be strengthening your belief in Jesus Christ. But again, here's the Catholic Church going the opposite of what Scripture tells us to go with. That should be no surprise again. It says alleged apparitions are usually documented and scrutinized by the diocesan bishop's office and then forwarded to Rome for further investigation. Again, have you guys seen the meme where it says it's the police guy and he says, we have investigated our own wrongdoings and we have found nothing wrong? That's basically what the church is doing here, or the Catholic Church is doing here. They're saying, hey, send us these quote unquote supernatural things that you're seeing. We'll take a look at it and then find a way to discredit them as supernatural and explain it away. That's ultimately what they're doing with this. So this is a warning. When the Vatican is putting this stuff out, the Catholic Church is putting this stuff out, warning people that there's going to be an increase in this stuff, and we shouldn't look at it as any type of supernatural thing, as in we are getting closer. There's definitely going to be an increase in supernatural stuff happening, and we absolutely should be looking at it at that way and understanding how close we are to the world being engulfed in supernatural events. So again, just like the birth pains, we say the earthquakes and the volcanoes, the closer we get, they're going to increase in size and frequency. Well, so is the supernatural, especially since Satan is setting up his generals right now. I mean, again, Satan is going to be setting up these general demons over their areas. And again, there's an order of operations like the military, order of command, where they're going to, more and more demons are coming into this earth. That means the generals are going to be set up directing them according to how Satan wants it to go. Just like, the same thing with God and his angels. There's the ones who, direct the angels and what they do. And this is increasing as we get closer to these end times. So again, I just let everybody know, especially here in the Western world, we're not used to seeing these supernatural things. Yes, there's a lot of things, like HARP and CERN and all this stuff that's taking place, and other ones out there that, again, probably I can't remember right now, and some that we don't even know about, that they're going to be, directing things. But remember, who's in control of those evil entities as well? And a lot of that's going to be supernatural led as well. So just be aware. This is the time where things are going to increase on that. Absolutely.